Hi, I'm Melinda Frazier. I am the Executive Director of the Anchor Home. We provide crisis housing for women and women with children in Ellis County. We do an assessment with the woman to see sometimes maybe they just need help getting to a family member in another state, and we'll help with a bus ticket or a tank of gas, whatever they need. After the assessment, if we see it's a good fit for them, we then move them into the Anchor Home. The Anchor Home is a duplex that we have in Waxahachie that provides a bed. They share it with other women facing homelessness as well. And we partner with Manna House to fill the kitchen up with food so they have plenty of food to eat. We have other partners, churches, the Heights, other nonprofits in the area that help us. If they need counseling, if they need help with resume writing, whatever it is, we all work together as nonprofits in the community to help her become self-sufficient and successful. So we have seen so many lives changed at the Anchor Home. I mean, I'm thinking of so many stories and examples. One young lady came to us. She was actually escaping human trafficking, and we were able to provide her a place of safety and just help her get on her feet and reunite with a family in another state. And so sometimes it's a very urgent need they have. Then I think of May, who came to us as a refugee from Haiti because of the civil unrest there. She was sponsored by a church, but they didn't really have a home for her. So she came and stayed at the Anchor Home. She could not speak English. She didn't have a job. She didn't even have a driver's license. And over the course of a year, she learned English. She got a job at Walmart. She stayed connected with the church that sponsored her so that she continued to trust in God for her life and her life plan. And she saved up money to get a car, and we had a lot of fun doing driving in a car. It was scary at times, but she did it, and she got her driver's license so that she could buy a car. And a year later, she was able to move out, be on her own, had a full-time job, spoke English, and she actually wants to go into law enforcement. So she is starting that process of being able to go into law enforcement someday. So we're really proud of May and her success. I also remember a story of a young single mom with a 6-year-old daughter. And 1 week before Christmas, she had lost her job because she couldn't work because of a recent surgery. And she was being evicted from her apartment. And we were able to move her into the Anchor Home so she didn't have an eviction on her record, which makes it really hard to get another apartment. And we moved her into the Anchor Home, and we had a Christmas tree, and we had another nonprofit and a church donate Christmas presents. The little girl wanted a bicycle, so she got a bicycle on Christmas and rode it in that cul-de-sac, by the Anchor Home. And it was just amazing to see them have this, peaceful Christmas that would have been totally different without the Anchor Home for them. And, about 6 weeks after living at the Anchor Home, she had another job. She found an apartment that she could afford, and they were able to move out. Our success stories vary. Every story the women share, they're all different, yet the need is the same. They just need a home. It's such a privilege and honor to work with these women that they're strong and they want to be able to just provide a home for themselves or for their children. And, Anchor Home is able to partner with them to give them that hope. The Anchor Home is so grateful for our supporters in prayer, especially. That's so important. Because the more prayer support we have, we know that doors are open to us to help the women at the Anchor Home. Financial support, is always appreciated. I mean, we use the financial support to pay a utility bill, to pay the water bill, to buy things that are needed for the Anchor Home. A set of towels. Every time a woman comes to the Anchor Home, we give them a gift basket that's full of some, just little goodies, little things they need, and also a devotion book and a Bible. And it just makes them feel so loved. So having, gifts to give the women that just make them see the love of Christ and that they are valued and they do have a purpose in their life, and to have hope. We also, we're signed up with Amazon Smiles, which allows people that order things on Amazon to, at the same time, order and give to the Anchor Home. We've received packages from California, from all over the United States. They don't even know the Anchor Home or live in this area, but they see on Amazon there's a women's shelter in Waxahachie, Texas that needs some laundry detergent and washcloths, and we'll get a huge box of all of that. So it's really cool how it can connect with social media now, and just the way our world is. It really is easier to connect with a women's shelter in Ellis County all over the world, really. What does the Anchor Home look like in 5, 10, 50 years? Our vision is just really a whole community that's specifically for women and women with children, that they have a place to go and receive housing, and through that receive the love of Christ, and that really we don't have to turn anyone away would be one goal for the future. And the second one is to see those women come back in some kind of role of giving back. Our prayer is that someday when they're young adults and they look back on this time in their life of living at the Anchor Home, it will be a time that is joyful and happy, and how it provided for them and for their mom in a time of need, and that will model to them who Jesus is. So that's our vision, our hope, and the legacy that the Anchor Home wants to leave. The end. Period.